Hello, good evening to all the lovely audience and my two lovely fellow colleagues who are there with me today, Armighty and Chitranj. Today, we are basically talking about how math is integrated with other subjects. We've spoken about the perks of being good in math yesterday. We spoke about how math is omnipresent, but today we want to talk about its integration with other subjects. For the very reason we feel that if we leave math in our 10th grade or 11th grade, then our problem is solved. We do not have to deal with numbers because it does not have any application in our lives. But how far it's true, we'll find out. But before we begin, I would like Chitranj to please give a one-line introduction of yourself for our audience.
Okay, so hi, good evening. My name is Chitranj and I work as a junior digital marketing analyst with igebra.ai.
All right, Armighty ma'am.
Hi, I'm Armighty. I'm a business development executive with igebra.ai.
All right. So I would now put forward this question to you guys. It's often thought that, in 11th grade, if we choose some stream, for example, humanities, I do not have to deal with numbers. So the idea of learning math is just gone because for the very simple reason, algebraic expressions do not exist in my real life. So why should I learn it? Why should I break my head into it? But do you guys agree to what I'm saying? Is it possible that you go without numbers even though you leave math behind in your 11th grade while deciding your stream? So first on this, we begin with Chitranj. So Chitranj, I would put forward another question before we go on the main aspect of our show today. What stream did you decide to choose and how was that decision taken?
Okay, so I decided to choose my stream in 11th as PCM, Physics, Chemistry, Math, Science stream. And I opted that option because I just like to solve mathematical calculations and all. I know, and I was knowing that there will be mathematics. So that this is the way I have opted this option.
Okay, so Chitranj is one of those people who like math and he decided to take up a particular stream based on his liking for the subject math. So let's find out how Armighty ma'am decided to pursue a particular subject in her 11th grade.
I also like math. I still do like math. But just before my 11th standard, I somehow thought maybe I should have a look at the book, MEC. We had Maths, Economics, and Commerce as an option. So I just flipped through the mathematics book and I saw a huge chapter on trigonometry. And I decided I'm not taking up MEC. And so that my decision changed completely drastically. I went into civics, economics, and commerce, and I took the easy way out. However, maths did not leave. It has always been in some form or the other. As an accounts also is maths. So some form or the other, it was a part of my career path.
Okay, so I think I'm also in that boat where I decided to leave math behind and consider psychology because I wanted to pursue the easy road. So I decided to take up psychology as my subject because again, I felt that math is not really important further as we go ahead in life. And since I didn't want to pursue anything regarding it, I decided to leave it. So now, Chitranj, you're the one who likes math and you made your choice based on it. So how did you feel that math is integrated with other subjects as well? And it's just not math and that mathematics fat book. How about it? How about the numbers being present in other subjects as well?
Okay, so what I feel that while studying physics, chemistry, maths, so there was three different subjects: physics, chemistry, and one was math. So I can find the mathematical calculations and the expressions and the equations in physics also while solving derivations and all, while calculating performing like there is a topic of maths known as calculus, like integration, differentiation. That is basically used in physics. Like you need to use in calculus in physics as well. So in the physics also you can find math in chemistry also while solving any equations like any formulas to derive and get any solution. You have to be specific with the measurements. So there is also mathematics. And yes, in history, I can say one more thing that yeah, there are various of years. Like in this year this has happened, and this year this has happened on this date and all. So there
Yeah.
are also numbers. So I think maths is related to different subjects.
Yeah, and I remember when you said years, no, we always used to ask a social studies teacher that it's not possible to remember all of it. Can you skip it, please? And she used to
Yeah.
somewhere near, you can't write 90s of if some event has happened in 80s. So we always used to be like, oh God, no. And also talking about physics, I think Chitranshi rightly mentioned, I also took up science, but I struggled with integration and differentiation like anything until date. I do not know. I learned all of those 50 derivations for my board exams just to have marks. And somehow I scored the least in physics only. It was so bad. I was in a miserable shape. I said, why did I do it? I can feel that.
No, but if you understand that, if you understand the concept, then those derivations are nothing able to find it having fun while solving that derivation.
Yeah, I think the very fact when I used to see math student just solving it like quickly, it gave me like inferiority complex, saying that, oh, these guys are able to do it so fast, how do I cope up? So I took out the rote learning method for that. So I think that was where I faltered, and I should have rather understood the
Yeah.
differentiation and integration.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to our mighty ma'am, what do you feel about it? That is math independent or no?
So I wanted to move away from maths, like I said, trigonometry, probability, and all. And I took civics, economics, commerce, but it was an integral part of civics, economics, and commerce. Civics, voting patterns, they were about voting and those pie charts and things like that. Demand and supply graphs in economics, plotting charts, that, again, a part of math. Accounts, of course, profit and loss, you name it, debit, credit, everything had to do with math. So
Right.
going beyond, after CEC was BCom, of course. So even that, there was nothing that was not math. I had statistics, I had the integration, everything was again a part of math again over there. Again, in my master's also, I taken MBA. No, no recourse. We had to learn math even in some form or the other. So basically, I have been doing in any which small way. Math has always been a part of our educational field. It is not completely shown as math. It is shown as a separate subject, but definitely there is an integration of math on a some certain level at anywhere it is there.
Right. So people usually take up humanities considering the fact that, it's all theoretical. They just need to learn everything up and vomit it. So do you feel, what do you guys think? Is math involved in humanities stream as well or no?
Of course, it is interdependent, like you said.
Yeah.
Definitely, there is a correlation between both the subjects. To understand math, like if you give a numerical sum, it's very easy for a child to
Yeah.
go ahead and do it. But if you give it in a word problem way, some way
Mm-hmm.
or the other, there is a little bit of alteration, the little hesitation for the child to. So that's where I would say we should focus. We need the child to relate even the language to the mathematical problem. So yes, both should be interrelated.
Chitransh, what do you feel? Geography, history, civics, political science, does these subjects have math?
Yes, obviously, this is the only reason how you can find the coordinates and the points, right, in a map, in geography, and all. So instead of just reading the mathematical sums, a person should start speaking and talking in the language of mathematics. It will be again
Right.
most easiest thing.
All right. So, yes, that's perfectly put up across by both of you that math is present in whatever stream you take up. So, in India, since we have these three streams science, commerce, and humanities we do have numbers involved, whether it be any subject for that matter. And that's why we say that math is not independent, but it's interdependent. Okay, so with that, before you guys go, I would want you two to give a wrap up line for my show today. So, which should be based on now language and math. So, we begin with Chitransh.
Okay, I will just say that have a friendship with numbers. Do not run away from it, and automatically math will fall in love with you.
Okay, and do not break up with math. Okay.
Yeah.
Almighty mom.
I'd say you should learn to love the language of math. Based on the love that you have for that, you can progress much in life.
All right. So that was put up really great. So do not break up with math. That's what Chitransh had to say before math starts haunting you back. And since our mighty ma'am has also said it's a beautiful language, so please fall in love with it rather than making it an obstacle or hurdle in your life. So thank you so much, Chitransh. Thank you so much, our mighty ma'am, for being a part of this show. And I would be catching you two again for some other episode soon. Okay.